Coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions Show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle Dee Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Good morning, happy Lions game day, and happy Thanksgiving. This is Woodward and Main Street, your Lions insider show here on Woodward Sports Network, brought to you by Les Stanford. I'm Gabrielle Dee Phillips, alongside me, Matt Broder and Terry Foster.
I want to make an announcement.
Yes, sir.
I do not work on Thanksgiving, therefore I will not be talking today. So y'all just go with yourselves.
Are you going to give us any facial reactions during the show?
Yes, I'll do sign language, which I don't know, but...
Great. We'll just interpret it.
Okay. If you talk about Thanksgiving meals, I'll contribute.
Okay. Well, good thing, because we're starting off with that in this first segment.
Just don't talk with your mouth full.
Oh, yeah. Great idea.
Yeah,
so we have the Packers coming to play the Detroit Lions today down at Ford Field, a time-old tradition. Thanksgiving spent with the Lions, and I think everyone's going to be able to enjoy their meals today following the game and not go into Thanksgiving meal with an upset stomach from what they've seen happening down at Ford Field.
My Thanksgiving is already beautiful, because you know what I haven't heard all week? Why are the freaking Lions playing on Thanksgiving? I don't want to see them play blah, 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 blah.
Great point, Terry.
Even the Washington Post had a story saying, hey, the Lions are on. That's great.
It wasn't always like this, though, right?
Oh, no. You would just hear it nationwide. Why we got to watch this team? They're awful and blah, 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 blah. People in Detroit don't even want to watch the Lions on Thanksgiving.
Just to kick it off with a classic Terryism, when was the last time that people were this excited for the Lions to play on Thanksgiving?
Okay, you know the answer. Never. But I will say this. For whatever reason, Lion fans used to think the Lions won every Thanksgiving, and it wasn't true. It was that the Lions had big wins on Thanksgiving, but they lose most of their games. But they had some big wins against Green Bay. I think they beat Dallas once, and everybody said, "Oh, they win every Thanksgiving," and it wasn't. It was never true.
Remember they lost 6 in a row?
6 in a row now.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
Woof. Gobble
They
gobble.
have a chance to turn it around today. Maybe they will. I think we're all hopeful, but you'll see that in the last segment. Our score predictions are pessimistic and are optimistic, but it's Turkey Day, so we're going to kick off the show with a little talk about Thanksgiving, what's going on down at Ford Field, and how the players are spending their Thanksgiving. So first off, how many days are you guys eating leftovers for?
4.
4.
Friday, Saturday, and there'll be like a little Glubber's food left on Sunday.
Matt Broder, how long are you?
I think as long as it's in the fridge, I'd probably go with all 7. I mean, as long as the food is still good, it's not, it hasn't gone bad yet. Thanksgiving food, you can make sandwiches out of it. You can mollywop it, not mollywop, doll it up. Poor use of mollywop, but no, you can. Thanksgiving food is so versatile. You can eat it for as long as you can.
I think it's for as long as it lasts in our fridge, but my brothers are in town for Thanksgiving, so there is no way it lasts very long.
Growing boys.
Well, what's your favorite leftover on like day 3? Because then everything's been picked over and then it starts to look nasty, but it's still edible.
I have a hard time eating a Thanksgiving dish by itself. Like I need at least 2. I need a little turkey and stuffing, or turkey and mashed potatoes, or glazed carrots and stuff. Like I need at least 2. I can't just have like turkey.
By the end, all I'm doing is honey baked ham sandwiches. Yeah. Because everything else is either so gross looking. No, I'm not a ham guy. I'm a honey baked ham guy. I actually don't like ham, but I like honey baked ham.
Honey baked ham is good, but isn't that's a Christmas dish to me? I know people out there, they like their ham on Thanksgiving. This is the first time I've heard so many people vouch for ham so early in the year.
You know why?
Why?
Because Honey Baked Ham sent out a bunch of $7 off coupons. So everybody's getting their ham this year.
Great marketing.
Smart.
Yep, sure did.
I think we have to also cover, are you a turkey trot or a parade kind of person?
Oof. I've never done either.
Participatory in the turkey trot.
No, I'm not running in the cold.
Yeah, I feel like each year, I've never gone to it, so this is not by experience, but I feel like each year the weather's been bad, or it's always cold. You got to wake up at 7:45,
Yeah.
or the turkey trot started this morning at 7:45. This is, although I haven't slept in today, this is the day you take it easy, you slow down. To me, you watch football. All day. You turn on the TV.
I
at noon.
don't like the parade.
No?
I like it on TV,
Heck yeah.
but I don't like going to it.
Standing there in the cold,
Yeah, I
watching
don't like
everyone
being
walk
cold.
by holding those floats.
That's not me. I don't understand, sitting watching little floats go by and little bands go by and I'm cold. No, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Don't like it.
Labor Day is when the parades end.
Graham Glasgow shared his answer to this question and said, I did a turkey trot one time when I was 12. I finished in like 40 minutes. It was embarrassing. I wore my middle school football jersey. It was mesh, and I didn't wear a shirt. I didn't wear an undershirt, though. Big mistake. It was a disaster. It was so bad.
Yeah.
40 minutes for a turkey trot. I don't know how long it was. He didn't specify, but it sounds like 40 minutes was not good.
They should have the parade in like June, but there's no reason to have a parade in June.
No.
You could have a 4th of July parade.
True. But no, they do Christmas and they do Thanksgiving when it's freezing out for us here.
Right.
Maybe it'd be more enjoyable if you were in Florida or Texas.
Hopefully there's a new tradition starting soon where there's a parade in Detroit in maybe mid-February.
Not that weather's going to be
Not
much
yet.
better.
It's too soon for that.
You know what that would mean, though?
I know.
Yeah.
And
I don't think you need to lay it out for all.
Come on, you guys know. Hold it up. Hold the Lombardi Trophy up. How crazy would it be downtown, though? Super Bowl parade.
would.
Woo! Come on, we're 82.
If there's a Super Bowl parade, I'm going to Lafayette, Coney Island afterward.
I'll go with you.
I'm gonna have a Coney dog. All right.
How many conies could you put down? in one
Can or
sitting?
will?
Can.
I could do 3, but I only do 2.
All right.
Okay.
All right. It's going to be a wild parade in February. Let's go.
I also realized we didn't cover how many days
J-Mo.
of eating leftovers for J-Mo, and he said until it's gone. However many days it takes me, we have to finish that, which is right in line with J-Mo
Best
because
answer.
he also would eat anything. The McFlurry on the McDonald's hamburger, I think that settled it for me that I knew that was going to be his answer.
On Sunday in the locker room after the game, J-Mo was he was really excited, as were most of the players, but he was encouraging everyone to go try. I forget what he called. There was like a name to it, but it's basically the McFlurry, McDouble or something. Platty, you know.
Yeah, so it was called the J-Mo. I think they're just calling it the J-Mo burger and the heavyweight. So we had it on the heavyweight. So you know how much they like food. Even they didn't like it. Even they were just like
Too many flavors.
Appalled by it. It just it looked like the most disgusting thing ever.
It did. I
Too
saw it. They
many
left it in the
flavors for
studio
the palate.
after.
Ugh. Yes, there
No,
was. a
I think
McDonald's here on
the bad thing
Tuesday.
is I don't like biting into something that's warm and then I get cold.
True.
At the same time.
I didn't even think about that. The
It
warm
messes with
and
my
cold
teeth.
against each other. Well, speaking of food, Ford Field has quite the Thanksgiving menu lined up for today. So let's run down some of the items, and I want to hear what you would have from here. Give me a yes or a no. So a turkey leg. The description is a succulent Ford Field Thanksgiving staple served with cornbread dressing and drizzled with cranberry barbecue sauce.
Now, are they smoking the leg or baking it?
Based off of the description, I cannot give you an answer to that.
Turkey legs are great, so I would say yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, I need a turkey leg.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Next on the list, a baked cranberry turkey sandwich. Sliced roasted turkey, cranberry aioli, Gouda cheese, and a leaf lettuce piled. A leaf lettuce? Oh, a leaf?
It's just lettuce. That's what they meant.
Lettuce piled onto
Animal
a
style
brioche
at
bun.
In-N-Out, they call it.
There's 2 things
one
on there
lettuce.
I absolutely cannot stand. I hate cranberries and Gouda cheese. So I'm out. No.
Terry's out. In or out, Matt?
I'd mess with that, yeah. No, baked cranberry turkey sandwich, I'd try it. I'll eat just about anything on Thanksgiving. I'll definitely eat that.
That seems like
Oh,
the
yeah.
leftover sandwich.
Yes, yeah. I'm getting those vibes.
Next up, the Green Bay loaded fries. Crispy French fries topped with sliced brats, peppers, onions, crispy cheese curds, and spicy brown mustard.
Yes, absolutely. I would eat that. The spicy brown mustard is a key on there. You got brats, you got everything. They just put everything on your fries, so I'm rolling with that.
That sounds like a great option for anyone who's heading down to Ford Field that may have gone out last night and celebrated their homecoming a little bit too hard. That sounds like the perfect hangover combination.
Gabby, you're on point. And 3 for 3, I'm eating that too.
Okay.
I'm not hungover. I'm ready to go.
Matt eats everything on the list so far.
Yeah.
Next up, the Packers dog, a juicy Polish sausage topped with tangy sauerkraut, spicy brown mustard, and crispy potato sticks.
Golly.
I would eat it, but I would have to do it without the sauerkraut. Can't stand sauerkraut. But you give me sausages and bratwurst and everything, spicy brown mustard, I'm all in. That's delicious.
Is this the one that knocks you out, Matt?
No, I'm in.
Okay.
I'm in. I'm putting that one down too.
Okay, because you had a look on your face like you had gas.
No, that's after the sauerkraut.
Oh, okay, all right.
Gosh.
Honolulu Blue.
Next up on the list, kielbasa sausage sandwich. Kielbasa sausage, seared sauerkraut, and a velvety beer cheese sauce layered onto a soft hoagie bun. I am straight out on this one. Not happening for me. Way too much going on there. No.
Oh, wow.
The cheese sauce, the kielbasa. If you took the cheese sauce off, maybe I'd be more into it, but the beer cheese sauce.
You know what this reminds me of? Some of the good old days when I was a child. They used to take me to the Eastern Market, and there was a place.
Child.
Huh?
Oh, no.
Stop it.
Stop.
They used to take me to a place that they had all kinds of pita bread, and they had like 8 or 9 different sausages. And what you would do is you would pick 3 sausages, put it in your peanut. Oh, not your peanut, but your pita pocket. And then you put lettuce, tomato, mustard, whatever you want in it. So this reminds me of my Eastern Market days when I was a child.
Oh, child.
Yeah, I used to be a child, believe it or not.
I'm out on this one.
Really? This is the one that knocks you out?
Just a little too much
a lot going on.
junk for me. I say that respectfully. I'm not a huge cheese guy, especially today on Packers.
You know what? We got to put some gristle on this man. We're going to take him to the Eastern Market. You got to get that sausage sandwich.
I'm down. I lived in Germany for a year, and I had my fair share of sausage. Pause. Shoot, that was coming out, and I realized it. Next
Pause.
one. Yep.
There's 2 there.
So can you have a conversation with Amon Ross St. Brown?
I said, how's it going in German once, and that's all I remembered. Wie geht's? That means how's it going? What's up? Good morning. Then you say tschüss, it's goodbye.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Last item on the list, the family reunion egg roll. A crispy egg roll stuffed with collard greens, macaroni and cheese, smoked turkey, cornbread, and yams, served with your choice of cranberry sauce or hot sauce. I am out. That is too much going on in an egg roll. I'm also not a collard greens kind of girl.
You know what? This is all my favorite food, but it's in an egg roll.
Yeah. Why did
That
they
sounds
put it in an
messed
egg roll?
up.
It sounds so good. Like in a crispy egg roll, just wrapped in some crispy goodness.
What?
All of this stuff?
This you're convinced on.
Yeah.
Oh, and wait a minute. You know what you got to do with the egg roll? At the end, you got to throw it in the fryer. That's probably a real winner. The only one who wouldn't like it would be Gabrielle Dee Phillips.
Dee Phillips.
There's something wrong with the girl.
I just don't think it belongs in an egg roll. I think it should be on like a bun.
Oh, yeah, but you can't put dressing on a bun.
Yeah.
But think about this. What is an egg roll, the outside? It's a crispy, fried, delicious something. That thing could be empty and it would
Maybe
be good.
it should be in a crescent roll. Maybe I
No,
prefer
come on,
that.
girl.
Like
Are
a
you
roll-up.
serious? No, it's got to be something decadent.
All right.
I like crispy egg roll. We're bringing all kinds of nations together. We're united. We got a little bit of everything, a little international flair.
Right. Plus, we were talking, it's at a stadium. Stadiums have to do stuff quick. They can't have
Yeah, true.
croissants or crescent rolls or silly things like that.
You know what? Maybe they should elevate themselves and be a little bit more like the Raiders with their sushi rolls in the stadium.
Sushi.
They do sushi rolls at radio. Oh, that doesn't even make sense.
In the desert? Yep. I'm not going to have my fish there.
Those people are crazy.
Cook that.
Okay, speaking of food, stepping away from the Lions menu, I do want to hear in the chat of what your favorite item on that list was.
I don't know.
there's one that
that
stood out
egg
to you
roll
the
is
most.
really sticking with me.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that's
it's
one
unique.
that's a
I've
little
never
bit
had
more
it.
shocking.
They
Yeah,
offer you the
I guess
cranberry
me
sauce
and
or
Dee
hot.
can't have dinner together because I'm looking at the egg roll too.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just leaving more for you guys. There you go.
I'll eat it all.
But overall, what is the most overrated Thanksgiving food?
Most overrated is turkey.
What?
Only because here's why. Because people don't know how to cook turkey.
Oh, that's true.
The breast is dry.
Dry breasts.
Now, when I do my turkey, I smoke a turkey every other year. This is not my year to do it. I treat the turkey breast like I do my woman's breast. I get a little butter, put it underneath the breast and flaps, season it, give it a little love. I kiss it, then I put it in the oven. And guess what? It comes out moist and delicious.
8:15 in the morning. Dear God, you really are testing my limits today. This is what I get for straying away from football. This is what I get. Can you give me an answer, Matt Broder?
I'm more of a thighs guy.
Oh, God.
No, I'm just. I'm not going to make a lot of friends with this answer.
Oh, God.
I think macaroni and cheese is the most overrated Thanksgiving dish. I don't think it's a Thanksgiving dish. I know it's made its way on there.
Yeah.
And I like it. Don't get me wrong. But it just.
Well, if you like it, how can it not be on there?
I don't think it's a time. I like ham. I don't think ham is. I think that's an overrated Thanksgiving dish, too.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's an underrated Christmas dish. It's a Christmas thing for me.
Well,
Overrated.
both
Hanukkah
of your
for those out
picks
there.
actually
Not
go with
for-
two of the picks that I picked of the Lions players' responses to this. So Jack Fox agrees with Matt Broder that macaroni and cheese is
pro Jack
100%
Fox.
overrated because it's not a Thanksgiving food. Way too many people eat it on Thanksgiving, and he did not grow up with that. And then Colby Sorsdahl agrees with the turkey. I'll eat anything other than ham or turkey. The stuffing's 10 times better than that. Sweet potatoes, whatever, mac and cheese, obviously disagreeing with Matt and Jack. Literally everything else but the main protein, which I'm surprised coming from Colby Sorsdahl. But I agree. I think turkey is overrated. I have to have the sides.
You know why? It's because people don't know how to make the turkey. You got to make love to the turkey breast for the whole thing to work. Because that's the thing, the turkey comes out good, but then the breast is all dry and everything, and it's like you got to make sure that if the breast is moist, the turkey will be good.
But you know what's going to be even better is our bold predictions in the next segment, because we're going to get back to talking about Lions football, which is why you're all here this morning. Stick with us, and we will be right back on Woodward and Main Street.
Come hang with the Woodward Sports Crew all throughout football season on Saturdays and Sundays. Join our college football and Detroit Lions live watch parties.
Inside the 5, caught, end zone, touchdown, Detroit Lions!
With money on the line. Featuring different special guests and surprises. Start times will vary depending on the game. Only on our Woodward Sports YouTube channel. How would you like to win not one, but 2 vehicles of your choice? One for you and one for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Get to Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut and automatically enter for your chance to win. Courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. Lady Jane's, open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome. Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
Welcome back to Woodward and Main Street, your Lions Insider Show here on Woodward Sports Network on this Thanksgiving morning. I'm Gabrielle Dee Phillips. Alongside me, as always, Matt Broder and Terry Foster. And thank you to Kool-Aid and Chris for showing out on this Thanksgiving morning to help make this show possible, as well as Les Stanford.
Right.
Who this show would
You
have
know,
possible without.
if we did Thanksgiving breakfast, I would not have shown up.
I know. I wouldn't expect you to.
Yes, rightfully so.
We'd have your remote video in so we could see.
What's on your Thanksgiving breakfast plate?
Well, actually, I'm going to make a country breakfast for my kids after the show.
And what does that include?
It's going to include omelets
Okay.
and hash browns, real bacon, and pancakes.
That sounds great.
A couple of flapjacks for
I think
you.
you're going to have some people in the chat coming to your house for breakfast.
Yes. Well, I have a flat top grill, so I do it
Nice.
outside.
Very
pretty nice,
good.
So I'm excited.
Bold.
Love it. Bold. Thanks for that transition, Matt. We are getting into our bold predictions for the Lions season and this game against the Packers today. We have some controversial takes, I think, that the people might be a little on the fence about. So, Mr. Kool-Aid, if you could get those up on the backboard for us, and we will review those. I'm wondering which one is going to cause more of a rift amongst the viewers. We'll see.
We need you to tell us, chat. They might not be able to read this on screen, so we might need you to read it off.
I'm gonna start off here with Terry's first bold prediction. Gibbs will be the main runner ahead of Montgomery by season's end.
Yes, fresh legs. Mm-hmm. And Montgomery's already been injured a few times, and I think Gibbs now understands the offense. And for me, at running back, I want a younger guy in there. This is a young man's league. It's a young man's position. So I think Montgomery's going to wear down a little bit. He's still going to move the pile somewhat, but but Gibbs is coming along so much. I think Gibbs is going to be the man by the end of the year.
Do you think they use David Montgomery a lot more in this next 4 or 5 game stretch to save Gibbs's legs in preparation for him being the lead back by season's end, by the playoffs, hopefully?
I do not think that. I think they didn't trust Gibbs. Even though they say, oh, no, he can do everything. We trust him. No, they didn't. Here's what the Lions coaches staff, don't listen to what they say. Go by what they do. Mm-hmm. They did not trust Jameson Williams, despite what they said. They did not trust Gibbs, but they were giving them, since it's Thanksgiving, they were putting more food on their plate. Mm-hmm. And so they got to the point where they're like, okay, we trust Gibbs. We trust him between the tackles. We trust him going outside. We trust him in the pass game. He's our guy.
So that injury to Montgomery a couple weeks ago might have been a blessing in disguise.
It was.
To force him into that role, and he showed out. He played well.
It's forced the Lions into a 2-back system, which you really need because it is such a volatile game and such a volatile position. People blast you on every play. So you don't want to be carrying the rock 25 times, but if you can carry it 13, 14 times and the other guy carries it 13, 14 times, you have a better shot at surviving the season.
Yeah. That running back position, it's been a polarizing topic in the last year.
Definitely.
If I were a free agent running back, I'd want to play behind this offensive line. I'd want to come hang out here in Detroit.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
What about you?
On to mine. Ben Johnson will remain with the Lions one more year as long as Jared Goff is still quarterback.
Wow.
I stand behind this.
I got to say, this is the bold prediction I want to happen the most.
Of course.
It is bold.
So you're saying Ben Johnson is going to attach himself to Jared Goff?
I think for one more year. Yeah. One more year. They're at a place where I think they could propel themselves into an even more successful season next year. But I think a lot of that has hinged on Ben Johnson and Jared Goff. And we've talked a lot about the fact that Jared Goff now has been with the same system and the same coach for 2 years and how much better that has made him as a player. And I think if we're seeing that, the coaching staff definitely has to see that and the organization has to see that. So what are they going to do about it?
It's a good point. Yeah, they're going to need to pony up some cash for Ben Johnson. Maybe make him the highest paid coordinator. Do whatever you can to convince him to stay. Because who knows what jobs are out there at the end of the year or which are attractive enough to Ben Johnson. To me, as long as he's not in the NFC North, I just don't want to see him in that Chicago Bears.
And that's
sideline with Caleb
that's
Williams.
where I kind of said he may end up. I mean, the Bears, they're going to have an opening. Mm-hmm. So does Ben Johnson want to go to the Bears, which has a lot of draft capital? The Bears have an opportunity to be very good. The Bears have an opportunity to be the kings of this division in like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
But can you trust them? The Bears are also nincompoops as far as the front office is concerned.
True.
They're the Detroit Lions of the NFC now.
I was about to say that.
Or the former Detroit Lions of the NFC.
It's not so long since they've said that about the Detroit Lions. But yeah, Ben Johnson's attaching himself to a quarterback. Yeah. It seems like sticking with Jared Goff would be smart if you want another year before becoming a head coach. But the thing about that Chicago job is you get two high draft picks actually to maybe get a quarterback in the draft that Ben Johnson wants.
I like John Henry's comment in the chat. He said, "I say Ben Johnson stays one more year, and a commitment will be made to get the last couple pieces to get that Super Bowl."
Yeah, and maybe
I think if it's attractive enough, there isn't. I mean, this team and the coaching staff and the whole vibe of the entire group is so family oriented, and we're all in this together. And
Yeah, but it's still a business, though.
I know.
And Gabrielle Dee Hamp, you did like this. How much you gonna pay Ben Johnson?
I don't. How much would I pay him? How much would the Ford family pay him? I think that's two different.
No, don't start stuttering. How much are you gonna pay him?
I would make him the highest paid offensive coordinator in the NFL.
And
to
that
keep him
is?
stay- I don't know. $5 million?
yeah, about $5 million maybe.
You think?
Dan Campbell's making $4 million right now, so you may have to give him a raise to then
He
make.
can't get paid more than
Right, he
Dan
can't.
Campbell.
But that's why you got to.
Now-
See, you already starting trouble.
This is a
You starting mess over here.
tricky position.
You're gonna pay your offensive coordinator more than your head coach.
Uh.
You're looking for trouble.
Well, it means
I
you got to
don't
give Dan Campbell a bump up. You can't pay your offensive coordinator more, so you got to pay him $5 million. You got to move Dan Campbell up to 7, 8, 9.
But Dan Campbell already
Sign him for
screwed
life.
up by saying, "I don't want to talk to Texas A&M." I would have talked to them. I would have talked to Texas A&M, and then come back to the Lions and say, "Hey, they offered me $8 million. What can you do?" The Lions wouldn't even have to surpass it. If they can get close, I would stay here.
All right.
If they don't give me a raise, I'm gone.
Let's jump on down to Matt. So Jamison Williams will lead the team in receiving yards versus the Packers today.
Yes.
I like that one.
Yeah, this is just a today bold prediction. J-Mo's going to have himself a day. I don't know if he's going to lead the team in receptions. It's hard to pick anybody over Amon-Ra, but I think he's going to have one of his breakout games, whether it's, well, I guess I said through the air. So through the air, it could be like a three catches for 120 yards. You know, he breaks a 50, 60-yard a deep play or a long play there. I just have this feeling. J-Mo had that touchdown. He scored a touchdown against the Packers early on, or he had it taken away last season, end of the season game, final game of the season. I just think J-Mo's going to have himself a day. That secondary is beat up too, so this is going to be it. He's going to feast.
Well, I will ask you this question: do you have some inside intel that Amon-Ra St. Brown is not showing up for the game today?
No.
So he's going to play,
Yeah,
and Jamison Williams is going to have more yards.
he's
than
going to
him.
have more yards.
Okay.
It's a bold prediction for a reason.
Oh, it's bold. It's
Yeah.
bold. I'm just saying.
Not more
Maybe
catches.
I thought maybe you had like some insider stuff that St. Brown wasn't showing up.
The feeling is inside. I have that gut feeling, but it's not from any
Just
source
intuition.
per
'Cause
sources.
You're saying that the secondary can't cover Jamison?
I don't think anybody can cover Jameson, to be
They-
honest
When,
with you.
when you tell him what, Terry? But it's
Just fly.
Just fly. Fly
You
like
know
a
what?
turkey, like a bird.
If they do just fly 3 times, you'll be right.
Yeah. They are beat up. Jair Alexander, he's questionable. They got other guys likely not going to play.
I
This
think
is
we
their
had
time.
1 to 3 players on our list when they had 16 players
Yeah.
on their list of injuries.
Oh, how times have changed in this short season
Yeah,
here.
but you know what? Lions were in that position too. But you know what they did? Just kept winning.
Just win. Just fly.
Just keep
Just
winning.
fly.
All right, Terry's last bold prediction is the top sack man from this point forward will be Anzalone, not
Bold.
Hutch.
Yes.
Bold.
And the reason, yes, it is bold. The reason I say that is because Aaron Glenn doesn't like to blitz, but I think he's incorporating it a little bit more in the defensive scheme. And you know, you're getting a lot of talk. Well, the Lions can't sack the quarterback, so I think he's gonna blitz more. And who's been the heat-seeking missile? Anzalone.
not the
I think
meat.
Anzalone's gonna go in there and get himself some quarterback meat.
I really like that idea.
I like the Thanksgiving
The only
references.
thing preventing me from hopping on that bandwagon, he's so good in coverage. Like Anzalone has become the best, if not, a top 3 coverage linebacker. It's tough. I do like seeing him off the edge though. We need that Thor hammer.
But I will throw this at you. What gives the Lions a better chance of win?
True.
Anzalone being in coverage, or the Lions attacking and sacking the quarterback?
You know, Terry, that's why you're so wise. It's getting to that quarterback.
Okay, there
You just
go.
talked me. Yeah. Right. Thank you.
Bam.
It's family
So
time.
that's why from this point forward, we're going to see more blitzing. And Anzalone, he's got the green light.
Let's do it.
Go, go, go.
I think Derek Barnes too is going to be in that mix. Derek Barnes, he's going to have a couple more sacks. get back to his Purdue days. The Boilermakers.
Of these bowl predictions, I want to know in the chat what one they agree the most with.
Breasts, John Macaroon says.
Oh,
Turkey
well.
breasts.
Oh, yeah.
Doc.
You
Yeah,
know.
what do you guys agree with more? Me, Gabby, or one of Terry's?
Oh, you know what? I pulled a Gabby. I cheated. I
You
put
picked
2
two.
up there.
How
You
about this?
picked two.
I'll give you a second one because I had a second one
Okay.
in the bank for today.
Let us know.
This is the game today. The safeties: Brian Branch, Tracy Walker, and Kirby Joseph.
Mm-hmm.
Of those 3, they're going to feast today. They're going to have a total of 15 tackles and 2 interceptions. I can't decide who's going to get the 2, but Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph, and Tracy Walker, the third, going to have 2 interceptions, 15 tackles apiece. Not apiece, together, combined. Those 3 will have 15 combined
God
and 2
bless
combined.
you. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
That's hot.
Yeah. Packers aren't going to be able to run the ball today.
Bold.
They're beat up, especially in their back. They're beat up all over the place. They don't have a Luke Musgrave, their tight end. Their running backs are all injured. They just had to sign someone, James Robinson. They're beat up, so I think this is going to be a big. Jordan Love might throw 45 times.
Is it going to be a bloodbath?
No. No, but we're going to see a couple INTs from Mr. Love, Mr. Buddy Love.
You don't think this is going to be the Lions' best game of the season yet?
No, but I think they're going to play solid. I think we'll see my score prediction. I don't think they're going to have their best offensive output performance, but I think they're going to play a really clean game. I think they're going to. I think they're going to get to the Packers early and use their run game to just wind down that clock, get in and get out, get home to their family so they can go eat. We just want to escape unscathed, no injuries.
Yeah, I think what we are finding out with the Detroit Lions is when you doubt them after a particular game, they clean that up. Maybe for one game, but they clean that up where is that why are we talking about this? I mean, we're freaking out after Seattle. We're freaking out after Carolina last year.
Baltimore
and every
this year.
time in Baltimore this year, and every time you're like, that's it. Then they're like, okay, they erase all that and they become a real good team again.
16-4. 16-4.
Yeah, you know what?
That's a sample size. That's a sample size.
I know, but it amazes me the Lions are going a 16-4 run, and we still hear people bitching about them.
Yeah, I'll take the number
No
2
surprise
seed.
there.
Give me the 2 seed versus the 1 seed so we can win a playoff game.
Okay, that's dumb. I've heard some of our those are younger people talking. Look, when you're in the National Football League, the NBA, the NHL, it doesn't matter. Rest is very important. You take that time because you can heal, you can game plan more, you can do a lot of things that make you a better team. So get that number 1 seed, get a bye, win the next game, and you're in the NFC Championship. All you
Yeah.
gotta do is win one game and you're in the NFC Championship game.
At home.
Right.
In Ford Field with all of you, the crowd, the Lions fans. I don't understand the opposite. Yeah.
We're going to talk more about what's happening down at Ford Field today with another Thanksgiving-themed segment. Stick with us and find out what that is.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot-off-the-press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
Good morning, happy Thanksgiving, and happy Lions game day. This is Woodward and Main Street, your Lions Insider Show. I'm Gabrielle Dee Phillips, alongside me, Matt Broder and Terry Foster, to kick off your Thanksgiving, your Turkey Day with the Lions. As always, there's never a Turkey Day without the Lions. And because it's Turkey Day, we have a little Thanksgiving-themed segment that we're going to get into. Overcooked, undercooked, or just right, because Terry has said several times that the people cannot get their turkey cooking right, so maybe we can get the Lions turkey to be cooked right. And we're going to talk about who are those players that have been overrated, who are those players that have been underrated, and what players have been cooked just right, and then what they have to do today against the Packers. So first off, who's a player that has been overcooked or overrated going into the season, and what do they have to do to prove themselves against the Packers today?
I'm going to say Aiden Hutchinson.
Ooh.
And Aiden
Ballsy.
Hutchinson twice this year won Defensive Player of the Year game when he shouldn't have. Both times stole it from Brian Branch. But he's a guy that people think has been leading the Lions defense, but it hasn't been him. He's made spectacular plays late in games, and both times it was like the icing on the cake, but the cake had already been cooked. The last game, he gets the safety, but the game was over. It was 29-26. The Bears weren't coming back, so he gets the safety at the end. That's cute, and that's nice, and it got everybody hyped up, but it was unnecessary.
You didn't think the Bears, 29 seconds left, you didn't think they could take a couple shots, DJ Moore?
They could take a couple shots, but they weren't going to succeed.
Okay. All right.
I hate to do it, but I kind of agree with Terry. I think there's a lot of hype around Aiden Hutchinson. I think he's earned some of it, but I don't think he's fully gotten there this year. I think he's a little undercooked. I think he still needs a little bit more time in the oven this season to prove it out on the field, and maybe he's going to do that today against the Packers.
Yeah.
What angle are you taking with this, Matt?
I'm not taking Cam Sutton, but Al Green H-Town, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I think he's had so much on his back this season. It's been a little quiet the last couple weeks. I think this is a revitalizing game for Cam Sutton. But I'm going to go with Jack Campbell, the rookie linebacker out of Iowa. I just feel like the game's really fast to him right now. This is overcooked, right? Yeah. I think he's overdoing. He's pushing it a little too far. He just needs to slow it down. He missed so many tackles last game, just being a little overzealous, kind of pursuing some of these plays. So I think just take him out of the oven a little bit early. Jack Campbell, he's got so much potential. I'm not down on him at all. No. He just is. He's still figuring it out. So he's just thinking. So you can tell it's just
Jack Campbell
his mind's
wants to kill
working.
Somebody on the field. He does, but if you try too hard, it doesn't come to you. The game has to come to you. It's not coming to him. And you're right. He is speeding things up a little bit. He's got to settle down and relax.
Yeah. Relax. Now, who is undercooked on the Lions team? And what do they have to do today to prove their place on this roster against the Packers?
Jared Goff. And the reason I say Jared Goff is because there was very little faith in him before the season began. There was very little faith in him when he was traded here. He's coming off a 3-interception game. And there's going to be people in that stadium saying, okay, let's see what this dude does this week.
Yeah.
There's so many times you just don't have faith in him, but then he comes through. And what's he have to do today? Don't turn the damn ball over. No. Throw it to St. Brown. Throw it to Laporta. Throw it to J-Mo.
Just fly.
Don't question yourself.
Just fly, right. Or just hand the ball off to, they're going to run the ball a lot today. So he's not going to be in a lot of positions where he can throw interceptions. So just don't turn the ball over. Be boring.
Remember how many times they ran it a couple Thursdays ago against the Packers? 32 times for David Montgomery. How about another one of those? Who's your undercooked?
My undercooked, my underappreciated is going to Alex Anzalone.
Interesting.
My hair twin. I think he is very underappreciated. We've talked about it a lot. I would say he's right up there with Goff with the smack talk and the underappreciation and the questioning of the player. But I swear to goodness, if you look at that screen and you're watching on TV, all of a sudden you'll be watching and you see him over here. And then all of a sudden they're zoomed in on a play and all of a sudden, a flash. the flash. I can't get over it. It's just like across the screen out of nowhere. And then they zoom back out and you're like, he was over there and now he's over there. And he's made, how many people has he stopped? I lose track. I think he's underappreciated. I think they're coming around to him. But I think he's going to prove it again out on the field today if he's out there. I know this game was in question if his wife was going to have their kid today, but I haven't heard anything, so I think he'll probably be out at Ford Field today.
Hopefully that baby is cooked just right. I'm gonna say this,
good one.
The in the oven, the bun in the oven.
You know what? You're absolutely right. The public doesn't believe in him. The coaching staff has always believed in him.
Of course.
He gets more snaps than anybody, so they must see something.
Yeah.
And Anzalone's been that guy. He was my second choice, but I don't get how people just look at him and say he can't play. He's a sure tackler now. He's honing in on quarterbacks on the blitz. He's a good player.
Yeah.
Those people don't know ball, apparently.
No.
Who's your undercooked, Matt?
So I think I don't know if it's a guy or a group of guys that they need to heat up. Isaiah Buggs or any defensive tackle who's next to Lee McNeil, whether that's Quentin Bohanna, Benito Jones, Levi O, Josh Pascal. We need to get more out of that defensive tackle position. We also the opposite edge to Aiden Hutchinson, but there needs to be that pressure up the middle. They're doing great at stopping the run, but especially today against the Packers with not much running back help, they need to get some penetration there. They need to make it tough on Jordan Love. It can't just be Aiden Hutchinson every single time.
Agreed.
You know, one of the things, I want to bring this up to you, young man. The Lions obviously do not want to pay big money for anybody right now.
Yeah.
As far as free agency or trading for anybody like that. Is it time to say, hey, enough of that. You're going to have to spend $26 million on a tackle, or would you rather just have them use that first round pick for a solid defensive tackle? Although now you're going to be picking 28th, 29th, you're not going to be able to get that elite of the elite.
Whichever way you do it, I do think making a sizable investment in the defensive tackle position, I think is important. I think that's part of the way the game has turned. It is pressure up the middle. It's not just edge rushers getting sacks, getting pressures from the outside, but you look at some of the best defenses. The Jets, they have Quinnen Williams, Aaron Donald on the Rams. I know they're not the best defense this year, but historically, Aaron Donald's one of the best. There's such a difference maker when you have a defensive tackle that can just disrupt the game in the middle. It's tough because it's not an impressive stat position, although they've started to get more sacks in recent years, but it's about impacting the game and disrupting it, and that's where the Lions haven't had that guy. Lee McNeil's played really well as of late, and he's had a really good season. Nothing against Lee McNeil, but you need that just consistent disruptor in there, and I don't know if he's that. Maybe he will be, but they need that guy.
You know who people want to bring in? Ndamukong Suh.
I saw it in the chat already this morning. I'm like, wow.
I got a Suh card with me today. There we go.
I think he's
a
baked.
blue refractor.
You think he's baked?
Yes.
So he's overcooked.
Yeah. So I wouldn't bring in Suh.
No.
Although Ndamukong Suh is making investments in Detroit. He's been around. He is invested in the Kings Elite Inn or whatever that used to be on Woodward. So he's involved in the community. He still comes here and does stuff. So something could be going on.
Maybe. Now, who is cooked just right on the Lions roster, and you would like to see them continue that today against the Packers?
I'll go first because you already talked about it. It's Alex Anzalone to me.
Yeah.
I just think he's been that consistent, steady force on defense all year. He's been that Mr. Reliable for us. And for everything Terry said about him, everything you said, Alex Anzalone, 15 tackles and a fumble recovery on Sunday. He was all over the place. I just think he's going to patrol the middle of the field today with Jordan Love throwing the ball. Maybe we get an Alex Anzalone pick today. I'm not predicting that because I already have all my interceptions thrown out to other players.
Well, how about an Anzalone sack?
I would love that.
I like that.
Or two.
Yeah, I want to see that Thor hammer.
Who is your just right, Terry?
Brian Branch. Surprise, surprise.
You had to fit him in somewhere.
He has to become the Brian Branch that we saw earlier in the season. Last week against the Bears, I thought he played well, but then he had the penalties.
Yeah.
So that kind of ruined everything. But be what you were last week without the stupid penalties.
Yeah.
And that's what they need from him today. he's got to knock off another helmet. He's got to crush somebody, knock their teeth out or the toofuses out. He's got to do something that you go, oh man, this guy can hit.
Jaden Reed, their slot receiver from Michigan State.
Yeah.
He's been probably their most consistent offensive player this year. We might see branch on him coming out of the slot. I'm not saying take Jaden Reed's head off, but assert your dominance, assert some physicality.
What about knock his toofuses out?
Knock his toofuses? Mm-hmm. You can replace toofs.
Yeah, because they got the new surgery and everything, get the implants.
I just worry with Brian Branch not wearing his mouth guard. His green mouth guard sticks out of his helmet. I hope his teeth are fine.
That's the second one he's got up on his helmet.
So he's got 2 mouth guards.
Yes.
How soon till they fine him enough and make him take that off, or is it too? He does it for a sentimental reason. It's connected to his family, but I don't know. I worry they're going to make him take it off. Have you ever seen the green thing pop out of his helmet?
For that,
all the time.
Because they find the silliest stuff to fine you and say, oh, we don't like this. I think it's pretty cool.
And he got fined in game 1 for not wearing socks at the Chiefs game.
Yeah, and that was because of the cramping in his legs, that he wore them down rather than up, and I think he took a hefty fine for that.
Like $15,000 or something.
I know the guy that administers the punishment. He really feels really bad.
I'm sure. It's not a fun job.
It's not, but he's down there looking at socks and all kinds of stuff, and he feels like a creeper. But it's his job.
It's a job.
I'll take it. I'll do that job. Lions. That's the other thing.
He did.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's Dexter Bussey. That's his job. Dexter Bussey goes down there, looking at everybody's socks and shoes and all this kind of stuff, and he's got to write. He writes his little notes down, and he has to send it to the league. He doesn't like doing it. That's what he does.
Sounds kind of like the meter maids.
It is like the meter maids. Yeah. They should have some jerk like me do that.
Yeah. Write everybody up.
Yeah, you can understand. Okay, here's a former Lion player having to write you up. That doesn't make sense. But if you send me a jerk down there, then it's all his teeth falls. He's mean, so I can understand that.
Yeah. Your picture would be back up in the locker room with the clown nose on it.
Well, I know it would be. That's okay.
No doubt.
I'm getting paid.
Everyone has a job, and my job next is going to give you my just right.
Yes.
My just right is the 2-headed monster. We've seen they're cooked to perfection right now, and I think they're going to continue it today against the Packers. I have no doubt of their capabilities, that balance. Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. We're going to get into our pessimistic, optimistic, and game score predictions for your Thanksgiving Day game against the Packers. Stick with us, and we'll be right back on Woodward and Main Street.
We've just received word. The world's cannabis supply has vanished. The public is outraged and has taken to the streets in response to this tragedy. The individual responsible acted alone, and we can only hope they will make things right soon.
Come hang with the Woodward Sports Crew all throughout football season on Saturdays and Sundays to join our college football and Detroit Lions live watch parties.
Inside the 5, caught, end zone, touchdown Detroit Lions!
With money on the line, featuring different special guests and surprises. Start times will vary depending on the game. Only on our Woodward Sports YouTube channel. How would you like to win not one, but 2 vehicles of your choice? One for you and one for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Get to Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut and automatically enter for your chance to win. Courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. Lady Jane's, open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Good morning, happy Thanksgiving, and happy Lions game day. I'm Gabrielle Dee Phillips. Alongside me, Matt Broder and Terry Foster. We are your Lions Insider Show here on Woodward Sports Network. We're at the corner of Woodward and Main Street to kick off your Thanksgiving, and we have to get into our pessimistic, optimistic, and game score predictions as the Lions take on the Packers at home. Lions against the Packers for the second time this season. So, Matt Broder, what is your pessimistic?
So, I don't think the Packers are a good team this year, but I think they have nothing to lose, and that always worries me. When a team's coming in, they literally have nothing to lose. Jordan Love is playing for his his future. People are deciding, is Jordan Love the guy in Green Bay or what? So I just think that they're coming in. Everyone's counting them out. They're injured. There are going to be a lot of guys having to step up in different roles for them today. Something about that just gives me a little bit of not fear. I'm not scared of them, but it makes my stomach turn a little bit.
Terry, what's your pessimistic?
My pessimistic is the Lions feel this is not a must-win game. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to win the division. Yes, you're chasing Philadelphia, but we've already heard clowns in this city say that being the number 1 seed is not essential. So there could be I don't want to call it a letdown, but like a reality hits in that we don't really have to win this game, and maybe they come out a little bit sluggish. But on the flip, even though you won the Bears game, there was a lot of doubts that you sold into people's minds. So in my mind, they do have to win this game. Just to let the stench of the Bears game out and let people know that you're a real team.
Yeah. What about you, Gabby?
My reason to be pessimistic is a little bit frou-frou, some may say. A little bit, I might get some are you kidding me's.
Oh, boy.
I'm not a moons and suns and Scorpios and all that kind of person, but when I saw this on Twitter, I got a little nervous. So, Jay Cutta, I believe, I'm not really sure how that last name is pronounced, but says, I have bad news for the Lions since the AFL-NFL merger.
Oh, no.
They're 0-12 on Thanksgiving when the moon is in a waxing gibbous phase. And today it is in a waxing gibbous phase, which leads me to be pessimistic. But I'm going to give you my optimistic with this as well, because
well done, like a turkey.
We have Gibbs now on the team, and I think that will bode well with the waxing gibbous.
I like that.
All right, here I'm going to make you feel really good. All this moonshine and moon glow and all this other crap you were talking about occurred when the Lions were not a real organization.
Truth.
This is not the Detroit Lions. This is the new look or new smelling, a new whatever Detroit Lions. So this is the first time that this has happened with the Lions being a real organization.
Exactly.
So your pessimistic thing, throw it out the window.
Okay.
I do like the play, though. I like the waxing Gibbs. We got Gibbs now. He's going to be waxing the Packers defense.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. They're going to be waning.
When she did that, she reminded me of one of those old hippies that used to live on Plum Street in Detroit, which is no longer there.
Don't worry, I'm not doing any like witchcraft dancing or anything like that.
No drugs?
Nope.
Not yet.
Not no, period. Matt, what is your reason to be optimistic today?
I'm optimistic because the Packers are beat up. Their injuries, they caught the injury bug. This is a short week. They did have a kind of inspiring win. They beat the Chargers on Sunday, but they're limping into Ford Field, and I just think that bodes well for Detroit. They're the number 2 team in the NFL right now. They had an ugly game against the Bears on Sunday, so I think, like Terry just said, they're going to take this game more seriously because of how bad they played on Sunday. They got things to clean up. They didn't have to practice much this week, so they were looking at film. They were going through walkthroughs, mentally getting ready for this game. So I think mentally they're ready, and they're going to come out ready to play from the start. I think they need to have a big first quarter. But yeah, the Packers are injured.
And hopefully a good third quarter, too. I would love to see that happen from the Lions
sometime this year, please.
Terry, what's your reason to be optimistic?
Well, I was thinking about my old pal, former Detroit Lions defensive line coach, John Teerlink.
Okay.
And John Teerlink always said, attack the quarterback. Jordan Love, this is going to be his first time in this ridiculous Ford Field the way it is now with all the decibels and people screaming and everything. I think the Lions are going to get him and hit him often. Now, the old Lions under Teerlink, when you got a quarterback sack, you got the headshot of the quarterback put on your locker. So you could say, oh, that's my kill right there. So I think we're gonna see some kill shots today on Jordan Love, and he's gonna be like looking around like, okay, I don't know where I am, what I'm doing, and they're going to rattle that young man. And you know what? He's playing better. I used to think he stunk. I don't think that anymore. But I still think his first trip here is going to be something that he remembers and something he's going to be talking about years down the road. So, I feel like I'm a better quarterback because now I can survive Ford Field now.
Yeah.
That first time I was there, I was a scared little puppy, but no more. But I think he's going to be that scared puppy today, and they're going to get to him.
Yes.
So it's going to be the fans. You're going to get Jordan Love today, along with Alex Anzalone.
Heck yeah. We're going to get into our score predictions next. So start dropping your score predictions in the chat. But for us here at Woodward and Main Street, if we can get a little drum roll, please, and Mr. Kool-Aid will get that up on the back wall. Drum roll. Here it is.
Boom.
Lions v. Packers score predictions, Woodward and Main Street edition. I am going with the Lions taking the lead 28-17. Very similar to Matt Broder's prediction.
Yeah, I went 27-14. I just think we're going to see 2 field goals out of Riley Patterson. The Lions are still going to score a couple touchdowns, but they're going to be running the ball a lot, especially in the second half. So that's why I didn't think they were going to make it into the 30s, but I do think their offense is going to have their way with the Packers. So,
But Terry, you're the one, again, this is 2 weeks in a row. I think that you might have the biggest score differential here.
Yeah, but it's still a touchdown. And I don't think it's going to be that close. I'm looking at a backdoor cover. But some way, somehow, when I look at the Lions, how methodical they are, I never think they're going to score 30 points, but they always seem to do it. Some way, somehow, they get 30 points. So they'll do it today. I think Jordan Love is going to struggle, but he's going to get a backdoor cover.
yeah.
And so 34-27.
There you have it. Lions wins across the board. But because it's Thanksgiving, to close out the show, I want to know who you all are most thankful for on the Lions this Thanksgiving.
Oh, let me go first.
Okay.
So you guys can't take him. I'm thankful for Amon-Ra St. Brown. A 4th-round draft pick. He had 16 wide receivers drafted in front of him. He sort of embodies this. He does embody this team.
Yeah.
Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's perfect for Detroit. He's perfect for this specific team. Also, I just love what he brings to the table. Pun intended. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the Sun God. Thankful for you, bro.
Terry?
I'm going to pull a Gabby and not answer the question.
Okay.
It's not going to be a person. Here's what I'm thankful for about the Lions this year.
All right.
We don't have to hear the Lions lost this week and the fans bitching about the refs, bitching about the win, bitching about why their team should have won but didn't win, and everybody's got it out for them. We haven't heard that this year.
Yeah.
They only lost twice. And the 2 times they lost, they got their asses kicked. So there was no doubts, no controversy or everything. I'm sick and tired of hearing, the Lions lost because of the refs. There was a holding call. They didn't see. They didn't call. They wouldn't call because they don't like the NFL doesn't like the Lions. That annoys me so much, and I have not heard it this year. I'm thankful for that. Thank God.
Love that.
I am kind of also going to cheat. Half cheat.
Bunch of cheaters.
I almost made it through the whole show, but I am most thankful for Sheila Ford Hamp.
That's a good one.
Because this Lions organization is what it has become because of her. When she stood up in front of all those reporters last year and said, just you wait, I'm standing behind this team, I'm standing behind this coach, it's going to happen. You just have to wait for the turkey to be cooked just right. And we're seeing that now this year. It's all about what's at the top and what trickles down, and that is Sheila Ford Hamp. So I am most thankful for her.
Yes.
I'm thankful for it too.
And I'm thankful for you guys and you guys at home. Thank you for tuning in on this Thanksgiving morning ahead of the Lions Thanksgiving Day game. We're happy to kick it off here with you. And next up, we're going to have the Lions pregame show.
4-time Stanley Cup champion
Darren McCarty will be joining the show this morning. So watch out. They're coming in hot. And be sure to tune in for our recap episode on Sunday. We will be here to recap today's performance of the Lions v. the Packers Sunday, 8 a.m. That's the deal. That's the deal. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Gabrielle Dee Phillips, Matt Broder, Terry Foster, and this is Woodward and Main Street, your Woodward Sports Lions Insider Show. Happy Thanksgiving!
Happy Thanksgiving!
I am.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward Detroit Lions show. Catch Gabrielle Dee Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.